Wonderful. All right, my name is Andrew Scamperino Jr. I'm the Eastern Regional Manager here at Picasso Lighting. We're located in Kearney, New Jersey, which is about an hour and a half from the Philadelphia area. So if anybody has any questions, again, like Amy said, please enter it into the chat, and the Vice President of the company will answer your questions. His name is Drew Scamp. So with that being said, we're going to start with some of our fixtures here.
Folks, make sure you turn your video on. It's a lot easier to present to faces. Please.
All right, so what we have here is our new Blade series. We have our Blade 2 series and our Blade 4 series. Our Blade 2 is a nominal 1x2 inch. These fixtures can come in a drop lens, as you see here. They can come in a regressed lens, as you see here, and they can also come in a flush lens, as you see here. Some of these have some of our standard finishes, which is just a black finish. We have our custom finishes, which is like a wood grain finish, as well as our plated, which is a chrome plated finish on these fixtures here. So a lot of our fixtures just have some of the finishes that we can do, as well as a gold chrome looking polished finish. Then we have our Blade 4, which is nominal 1x3.5, which is just a little bit longer fixture. These also come in regress, dropped, and flush lens. We've also made some really nice end caps to differentiate it from just a standard regress lens. The cool thing about our Blade 2 is it is a remote driver. So these fixtures are powered through aircraft cables, and you can remote the driver anywhere. It could be surface mounted, recess mounted, anywhere near the fixture, or just away from the fixture if that's what the client wants. And our Blade 4 has a integral driver where the driver will be inside the fixture. All right, so these are our Blade fixtures. So we're going to come over on the other side of our showroom to our, these are our acoustic fixtures. Okay, we have two types of acoustic fixtures. One is our Echo, which is the standard on closed in on all four sides. And then we have our Apex, which is down here, which has kind of an open-ended end piece, as you can see over there. These are some of the colors that we do our acoustic in. Some of the interesting things to know is that it is a 90 NRC rating, which essentially means it absorbs almost all sound, as long as the acoustical engineer knows what they're doing. We have new patterns coming out with this. And that's it for our acoustic. Okay, we're going to come over to our truss fixture, which is a flagship product for us. This is what we sell most of here at Picasso, and it's made to look like a steel truss. Okay, we have direct, indirect lighting. If you could see under here, there's some indirect lighting, as well as we can also do down lighting within the linear. These are not lit because we haven't gotten power to this yet, but as you can see, underneath has downlights instead of a linear light. Also, just some of our other finishes. This is a bronze finish. This is a custom finish where a client just came to us and said, hey, give us a really cool pattern. So we put this on our fixture, and then up here we have another wood fixture. All right. We will come to our curved fixture. So this fixture comes from what we have is our Anello, which is a circular fixture. We don't have any of these fixtures hung yet, so here's a picture of it. These fixtures can go anywhere from 3 foot in diameter. We've done up to 27 feet in diameter, so it comes really nice. And what came from that are these curved fixtures where we can put pretty much any degree with these fixtures, as you can see under there. On our cut sheets, we have some standard degrees for you, but if you draw this down, if you draw this out and give us, rounded edges with some straight runs, we can make this fixture in any rounded degree that you can think of. We did this cool finish for the New York Stock Exchange to make it look like a ticker symbol moving across our next step is to get it moving across. I don't know how far away we are from that. And then another wood finish for you. Okay. All right, then we will come to our new Bez fixture. So our new Bez fixture is like a troffer. It's surface mounted, recess mounted. However, we do these, this is a small one, but we do these in very large size. So 4x4, 5x5, and 6x6 fixtures. They could come in multiple sizes if you want a 4x6, or if you want, I think the largest that we've done is a 12x17 or something like 7x17. And this is a new mat material. This isn't acrylic. And the reason why is because acrylic, if we expand it over that long fixture, 4x4, 5x5, the acrylic tends to sag. So this is a elastic material, and you can see this here. This is what the material is made of. And we stretch it over the fixture in order to make sure so that it doesn't sag. This is another architectural troffer. This is called our Becca. It's about, we do this in a 30x30. We know that 30x30 ceiling tiles are becoming more popular. And it's got these squared edges on a drop lens. We have done this in a 2x2. We have, I believe we've done it in a 2x4. Those are the sizes that we can do with this fixture. Now we're going to come to our elephant in the room, which is the exits. A lot of designers like to hide exits. So we have our standard edge-lit exit that you can see here. That can come either surface mounted, recess mounted, pendant, wall, any of those. But from that, we've designed our frame out. Our frame out is just a better looking exit fixture. This is our surface mounted. It's meant to match the design of the room. So this you can see is in a wood finish, our surface mounted. And as you can see, there's no canopy on, ugly canopy on top. So it has a nice flush look with the ceiling. Then we come to our recess mounted exit, which just goes up a little bit to the ceiling. And then we have our wall mounted exit, which mounts to the wall. We have our flag mount, which comes out of the edge, and this bracket right here is what holds it up. And we can have this in actually any color, so that we can actually have this color to match the back wall so that it looks like this exit is floating. And then we have our pendant mounted exit that comes with a 4-foot pendant mount that comes in 4 1-foot increments. So if you need a 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, or 4 foot, good to go. And if you have anything custom that you want, just let us know and we will get that for you. All right, so that's
15
perfect.
seconds.
That's perfect. Wonderful. And we'll just show you real quick if you got 1 minute and 15 seconds. So this is our Andrena fixture. This is meant to look like a beehive, but this can come in many different patterns. It's got hard edges to make it look more industrial, and it's given a nice smooth look to almost make it look like a neon light.
Does it come like longer sided, or is it only those 4 foot?
It could come in any, yeah, it could come in any length increments.
Okay.
So if you need it to be 10 feet, it could be 10 feet. And that's a short little presentation, 30 seconds. Any questions? I know there were some in the chat. I'm not sure if Mr. Vice President got back to you.
Yeah, definitely. Just so everybody knows, American made in the US.
Yes, American made in the US.
In New Jersey, locally, so kind of local. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
All right.
Questions? Okay. I think we're there. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Good job, Scamp.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Evan with LEDScape Lighting. A little bit about us. We are a manufacturer in Northwest Florida of linear strips and fixtures. It's a high-grade, European-grade product from Italy and Germany that we bring in the United States. We do some final assembly and manufacturing here in Florida and or Texas, our facility there, and then we ship it out to the customers. Everything we do is specification grade, and so it is a strip product, 24 volt. Most of our offering is a 24 volt strip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the strip, the 2 primary strips, and then build on the product from there for you guys. So this is what we call our flexible top strip. It's what you would think is a standard flexible product. It bends up and down, gives about 120-degree light distribution. Now this one is our high power, 2.8 watts, about 300 lumens per foot. So I want to show you guys this because we get a lot of people that say, oh, I need 500 lumens per foot, I need 1,000 lumens per foot in a strip. And I always ask, well, where are you trying to use this thing? Because if you're trying to use it in our cabinet, it's going to be way too bright. And even in select codes, anything over 300 to 400 lumens can be too bright in the linear fixture. So this is our high power, 2.8 watts, about 300 lumens per foot. Now I'm going to show you my next side bending strip. So the side bending strip, it actually bends on the side axis, so we can make S-turns. This product's great, and even exterior or interior coves where you've got maybe curves around it. So we can actually bend this one on its side axis in an S, as you see here. Also, it's going to give you an asymmetric throw of light. So that's great for walkways or pathways where you're trying to light up the ground level with that asymmetric throw of light that you see there. Now, we take these strips and we start building fixtures around the strips. So the first one I'm going to show you is my 316 stainless steel handrail. So all the handrail we have is 316 stainless steel. Now this is a wall mount. I'm going to plug this in so you guys can see it on the wall. Now, one thing we do is the mounts are located below the strip itself. And so we don't get any light gaps. There's no breaks of light. There's no gaps of light, whether it's a post or a wall mount. As you can see here, no gaps, right? Now, the other thing we can do with this handrail that's great is these brackets, since they're floating below the LEDs, they can move, they can adjust. So let's say your contractor comes in with your power. The power is always remote. Let's say they're off by a few inches. You could slide this bracket along this track inside the handrail. That way, we're not having to ship out new parts and pieces, new components. They can make adjustments in the field as needed. And the same is true with elevations. We actually ship out a little bit longer handrail than is needed, and they can make slight elevation and changes in the field as they need to. We only use 316 stainless steel, so it's marine grade, very durable. We choose not to use aluminum at this point. For us, the cost of aluminum tubing versus stainless steel tubing is minimal, right? So the best thing to do is use stainless. It's really durable. We've got this in deserts, ice areas all over the world, Iceland, Greenland, Dubai, everywhere. And so that's why we choose 316 stainless steel. The next product I'm going to show you guys is my drive over rated fixture. So we do the same thing. We use our linear strips and then build a fixture around it. So this is my drive over linear fixture. It's also 316 stainless steel. So it's got a three-part system. We've got our base that goes in. You pour your concrete, your pavers, your substrate up against it, and you have a dummy that goes into place. Once that's dried or finished, you pull the dummy out and you push the fixture, you snap it in. So what's great about this is you can remove the LED section of this fixture at any time if needed. You know, a lot of the drive over rated and in-ground stuff, once it's in, it's really hard to get out. But this one, you can remove at any time. Now, it's going to be a nice line of light. It's going to wash a little bit if it's up against something, but it's not a grazer or a wall washer. So I'm going to push this up so you guys can kind of see the line of light. Once again, nice glow up against the building, but it's not used as a wall washer.
Can you do it end to end? Stick the end up. Just to, yeah, stick the end against the wall. No,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, long ways. Okay, that's all. All right, cool, thanks.
So in that drive over category, we also have round and square. Now, same thing, we're utilizing our 24-volt strips inside these ground and square units. They're drive over rated. The frames are 316 stainless steel. Now, on all of our product, we can go 24 to 6,000 Kelvin, RGB, tunable white, and in some interior circumstances, RGBW. So this is a square drive over rated fixture. We refer to it more so as our marker light. So they're available on round or square in two different sizes. Same thing, it's got a frame that gets put in. It's got a cap on top of it. They pour their substrate, and then this drops into it. So if any reason they need to remove this fixture, whether it's service, warranty, or even just, you know, age of system, and they need to replace it after the LEDs have gone past their 100,000 hours, they can do that. Same thing, it gives a nice glow, but it's never going to light up the way. It's going to give a nice glow. So we use both these fixtures in driving entries, heavy traffic walkovers, public spaces, whether it's a park. We've done some amphitheaters where they mount both the linear or the markers on the side. And so if you've got concrete steps or concrete seating, you can mount this drive overrated fixture on the side to illuminate. And they are dimmable. And so if you've got a dimming system and for an outdoor amphitheater, and the same thing with the handrail, everything is 0 to 10 volt, dolly, or low voltage dimming capable. And so we can meet any dimming requirements you need. Now, on the handrail, we can do not only handrail, but guardrail as well. And so if you've got a project that has a guardrail or even a cap rail, what we call a cap rail, we can do cap rail. Now, we can illuminate the cap rail, or we've got other solutions that can help you light up the side of that cap rail as well. And so anything handrail related, if you guys think it can be done with LEDs, we can do it. We do all the fabrication here of the handrail in the United States. We take care of all the drawings. So it's the complete system. We do cable infill, rail infill, and glass infill. On the glass, we don't supply the glass, but we can supply the mounts and let you supply the glass, or let you specify the glass, and the general contractor or fabricator can purchase the glass from there. You guys, we've got a few minutes here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat or speak up, and we can answer them for you.
Do you guys have the rail? You the
rail light. Yes,
yeah.
I do have a sample. It's actually just about to ship out. Let me grab it.
You got 2 minutes.
So this is a very unique new fixture. It mounts in rail, so railway. So pretend this is a railroad tie. This fixture actually mounts up inside it. And so it gives a nice path and egress lighting for rail lights. Sean will enter in the link in there. So if you do anything with the rail industry, we can do both commercial and light commuter.
For everybody watching, I know this is a unique application, but I really wanted to show that just to demonstrate one, just the depth of their ability, how solid what they're building is, that they can even put something in a rail light. So I just think it's a good example just to keep them in mind, because they have such a good breadth of capability.
Thank you, Amy. Yes, in the rail light, it's been approved for the Dutch railway system. They're redoing all their rail yards. They're getting rid of the span wire lighting and they're putting in the rail light. And we got projects going on in Germany, the UK, France, Dubai, Saudi Arabia with this rail light. So it's a brand new product to the world. It does not exist other than this fixture. And so it's on the website. We don't give all the information out for that reason. So if you want more information, reach out to them, and Synergy will give you a good data sheet and more literature. We've got samples, or if you know somebody that's interested in a test, we are willing at this point for the United States to provide a few fixtures to run a test in a rail yard or a railway. So if you've got anything on that, we can provide actual fixtures and help advise on the install to get kind of a test run for you.
Cool.
Hey, Sean, have any SEPTA testimonials that you can say?
They don't
Or
have anything
Amtrak?
in the US yet.
Yeah, we do.
No Amtrak either, okay.
Yeah, we've got some in Europe, but we're working on our first install here in the United States.
Gotcha.
All right,
Good stuff.
we are there. Thank you, Evan.
One of our largest offerings in outdoor lighting are our in-grade uplights. We do round, we do square, we do linear, we do large plaza shapes. I'm going to show you some of the rounds today. This is Bright 1.0. This is a 2-watt fixture. This is stainless steel. This comes in 4 different static white color temperatures and 3 static color LEDs. We can give you a hexel louver. We can give you 2 different glare shields. There are a number of ways of mounting this. Typically, you would have a concrete pour back box. When using the concrete pour back box, you want to make sure that the conduit entries are filled with a material called Great Stuff. This is an off-the-shelf aerosol spray. You spray it into the conduit, it expands and solidifies and gives you a waterproof barrier. When making your splice, you always want to use gel filled wire nuts. But if you're not doing concrete pour, let's say you're doing pavers or you're doing a wooden deck, we have this core drilled outer housing. You simply drill a hole, insert this, silicone it in place, install the fixture. These in-grade uplights can also be used as wet label downlights. We have a series of spring mounts that allow you to mount them in the ceiling. Moving up in size, we have Bright 2.4. Bright 2.4 comes as a 5-watt or a 7-watt. There are 12 different optics for this. This also has the ability to have a hexel louver or 2 different shielding lenses. This is IP69K. That means it's suitable for power washing up to 1500 PSI. If you look on our website in the outdoor catalog, you'll see a section specifically called suitable for power washing. That's 1500 PSI. In our low-level floodlights, we have Ginkgo. Ginkgo comes in 4 sizes. This is the number 3. There are 2 smaller, 1 larger. This series has a fixed front. This is also IP69K, suitable for power washing, 1500 PSI. This will produce, comes in a 10-watt or a 15-watt, produces up to 1100 lumens. But we also do Ginkgo with the ability to have zoom lens. You'll notice that the lens frame is a different color. This can be rotated to change the beam angle in the field. The beam angles are silk screened on the lens. There are set screws that allow you to lock it in place after you beam it. However, this is not IP69K. The adjustable units are IP66, not suitable for power washing. All of the fixtures, in-grades, or floodlights that come from Lucian Light come with this device. This is either molded into the cord or built into the fixture. This is our IPS, Intelligent Protection System. This deals with the 2 biggest problems that you can encounter with LEDs. The first one is reverse polarity. If the contractor wires it and reverses the wires, it will not light. When he goes to reconnect it, he's already damaged the LED. You've sold the end user on the fact that this is going to last 10 to 15 years. But if the LED is damaged, it may start failing in 6 months. This device protects against problems with reverse polarity, also protects against overvoltage if you get a spike coming down the cord. If it's an outdoor fixture, there's a third element. There is a moisture block, which protects against moisture wicking up through the cord into the fixture. Looking at some wall mount fixtures, we have Aria, which is a 13-inch diameter, ADA compliant, IP65 fixture, producing about 1500 lumens. This is available in various finishes. We have Zia. Zia is an 8-inch diameter. The outer rim is shallow in Zia. We have a matching fixture called ZO, where the outer rim is deeper, still ADA compliant. The inner ring is held on magnetically. There are 2 sections where you can insert a tool, remove the ring. This allows you, if necessary, to remove the lens for installation. It allows you to remove the LEDs down the road if you have to replace them. ZO translates to aunt and uncle. A different body.
Richard, you just muted for some reason.
Okay. Another wall mount is called Intono. Intono comes in 4 sizes. This is the largest of the 4. This is Intono 4.0. This can either be an uplight or a downlight or an up and downlight. In the 4 size, this is going to produce 1300 lumens per aperture. The 2 largest sizes, the 3 and 4 series, can be supplied with an uplight component and a speaker in the down position. The speaker can be controlled by Alexa. If you're using it outdoors, the speaker must be in the down position. That's Intono.
Richard, I'm gonna jump in and not put this in chat. Is the driver for that integral? There is not a remote driver, right?
On the smallest size, it's a remote driver.
Okay.
On the 3 larger sizes, 2, 3, and 4, it's an integral driver.
Okay.
Going to another extreme, we look at our airport fixture. This is our R System Gen 3. This can either be 1 LED module that you see here, or it can be 2 LED modules producing up to 193,000 lumens. We've currently done 14 airports throughout North America. This is the most sophisticated airport lighting on the market. You'll notice that the optics look different. We do a left and a right optic, so we can light 2 parking places for airplanes off of 1 pole. This would normally mount on a 60 or a 70-foot pole. Integral driver for 120 through 277, remote driver for 480 volt. Typically, we would mount the drivers in a driver box, which would be at the base of the pole.
Got
That's
it.
my presentation for today.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? All right, I'm going to jump in here. I think Richard could take us through, attend every one of our events and show us things that are new from his line every time. DesignPlan is my go-to. I think I have it as like, it's always open. It's just, they always have something that provides a solution for what I'm looking for. It's pretty amazing. So don't shy away from the website. Definitely don't shy away from picking up the phone and calling us or emailing Richard directly. He's so knowledgeable. He'll give you straight answers, and I have to tell you, I don't think I've ever not gotten him. So definitely make sure you bookmark it and, you know, keep it on your computer because it's a great line.
I've got a few more seconds left, so let me tell you about a new plaza-sized in-grade uplight series that we have. Comes in 6 shapes, 5 different sizes: round, linear, square, rectangular, or triangular. They go up to 4-foot diameter rounds. The rectangles are 4 foot by 6.5. We do them in aluminum in IP67 as an in-grade uplight. We do them in stainless steel IP68 as a fountain light. That's our minimum maximum series.
All right. We'll make sure everybody gets some information on that.
Thanks, Richard.